of preparing food items by using dry heat, typically in an oven. It's a culinary technique that involves combining ingredients such as flour, sugar, eggs, butter, and leavening agents like yeast or baking powder to create a wide range of baked goods, including bread, cakes, cookies, pastries, pies, and more. Baking is not only a practical way of cooking food, but it's also a creative and enjoyable activity for many people. What are the key aspects of baking? 1. Ingredients. Baking usually involves a combination of dry ingredients such as flour, sugar, baking powder, or salt, and wet ingredients such as eggs, butter, milk, water, flavorings that are mixed together to create a batter or dough. So it contains two types of ingredients, the wet and the dry ingredients. The second aspect is mixing. The ingredients are mixed together to create a uniform and well incorporated batter or dough. After you have created the ingredients, you now mix so that the dough creates the right consistency. The third aspect is leavening. Leavening agents such as yeast or baking powder are used to introduce air or gas into the batter or dough, causing it to rise and create a light and fluffy texture in the finished product. Yeah, so the purpose of the leavening is to help the dough to rise and create the consistency or the texture you want to see in your baked product. The fourth aspect is baking temperature and time. Baking requires placing the prepared batter or dough into an oven at a specific temperature for a certain duration. The temperature and time depend on the recipe and the type of baked good being made. The fifth aspect is oven considerations. Baking is typically done in an oven which provides controlled heat distribution. It's important to preheat the oven to the specified temperature to ensure even baking. Then the last aspect is cooling and finishing. After baking, the baked goods are typically removed from the oven and allowed to cool on a wire rack. This helps prevent moisture buildup and ensures that the texture and flavor develop properly. Baking methods and techniques. There are different types of baking methods, and these baking methods enhances one's baking experience. What are these baking methods? One is creaming method. 2. Melting, where you melt, mix, and bake. Whisking method, where you whisk using a whisk. You incorporate the ingredients using a whisk. There's rubbing in the batter into flour, and all-in-one method, where you mix it all together. Baking can be a rewarding and versatile culinary skill. It allows for creativity and experimentation with countless flavor combinations, decorations, and variations to explore. Whether you're baking for yourself, friends, or family, it can bring joy and delicious treats to the table. It's important to note that the specific baking method and temperature can vary depending on the recipe and the desired outcome. It's always recommended to follow the instructions provided in the recipe for the best results. Additionally, different types of ovens may require slight adjustments in baking time.